The good news, however, girl, there's good news. There's good news is that you can come back from it. You can come back from poor credit. You just have to know what area is hurting you and put together a plan to help you recover from it. Hey my Sky Savers, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm Kim and this is a World of Sky, a world for women and moms to talk all things money. Saving money, making money, and managing your money. And today we're talking all about tips to actually help you improve your credit score. So this is part 4 of a credit series that I'm doing here on my channel. In previous videos, we've talked about what credit is, why you need it. We've talked about credit scores, what's included, the ranges, and the different weight of each category when calculating your credit score. And we've also talked about what to do if you don't have credit and you need to build credit using credit cards. So go back and check out any of those previous videos if you want to learn more about those specific topics. But like I said, this video is going to be specifically about how you can improve your credit. Before we jump into the video, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel if you have not done so already. Trust me, girl, your purse, your wallet, and your bank account will thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right in. The first thing that you need to do is to make at least the minimum payment on all your accounts and make that payment on time. On time.
On time, on time, on time.
On time. I can't stress that enough. You need to make the payment on time. Late payments, missed payments hurt, okay? They hurt, they have a big impact, and they can impact you quickly. Every single time that you make a payment late, it hurts your credit score. And did you know that that late payment can stay on your credit report for up to 7 years? 7 years. 7 years. 7 years, y'all. Okay, I personally think that's a little petty, okay? I think it's a little petty, but that is the way that this credit game is played. Now, because life is life, right? And life gets to life in and things get to happening, and there may be times that come up that you are not able to make your payment. This happens to many people, okay? So first of all, you're not alone in that happening. The second thing is to contact your creditor right away, okay? You want to contact them before your payment is due. Okay, if you know that something happened, you're not going to be able to make your payment, contact them before. Don't wait until after because it's already reported negatively, okay? You want to catch them before. See if they can work with you or see if they have a hardship option available to you. They may be able to let you skip a couple of months of payments until you can get back on your feet, but not negatively report that to the credit bureaus. See what options they have. A lot of these different companies have options because they know that people fall in hard times, okay? So contact them. The worst thing that they could say is no, but the best thing that they could say is yes, we have an option for you, and it's going to prevent that from poorly impacting your credit. So the moral of this story is to reach out, okay? Reach out if you know that you're going to miss a payment. The second tip to improve your credit is working on your past due accounts. So if you already have past due accounts, bringing those accounts current could help out your credit score. Okay, so your goal is to bring those accounts current and then moving forward, make your payments on time. Okay, that is the goal. That is how you're going to start improving your credit. If you bring those accounts current, you are no longer reflecting late payments on that account. That is also a great thing because those late payments are now not a thing anymore for you. They're not going to be reflected and sitting on your report for the next 7 years. Okay, so the goal here is to turn that negatively reporting to the credit bureaus of late payments or missed payments into positive payment history. So I'm paying my bill on time, month after month after month. That is one way to improve your credit. The third tip to improving your credit is to only apply for credit when you need it, okay? Applying for a new credit account, any type of credit card, auto loan, personal loan, any new account of credit is likely going to result in a hard inquiry on your credit report. And that can hurt your score a little bit. Especially if you're applying for all this different stuff in a short amount of time, okay? If you're applying for, you went and applied for a car loan, and then you went and applied for 2 credit cards because, you know, the cashier offered you a good deal when you were going to check out and you got to save $5, and then you went and applied for a personal loan. Doing all of that in a short period of time is really going to have a negative impact on your score. Okay, so when you're going to check out at TJ Maxx and they offer you a credit card, the answer is no. The answer is no. It is not worth the $7.50 that you're going to save today by applying for that credit card. It ain't worth it, girl. It's going to be a hard inquiry and it's going to impact your score. And you probably don't need no credit card at TJ Maxx anyway, okay? So if you're trying to work on building up your score, Every single point counts, so you do not want to lose any points for things like this, okay? So only apply for the credit if you need it. There will be some situations where you need to apply for new credit. That is fine. I am talking about reducing the amount of times you're applying for new credit when you don't need it. Number 4, this is pertaining to credit cards. So if you already have credit cards and you're trying to improve your score, you want to keep your credit card balances low. Credit utilization is it's an important factor in calculating your credit score. Credit card utilization compares your current balance to your credit limit. So for example, if you have a credit limit of $1,000 and you've charged some things up and now your balance is $200, you have a credit card utilization rate of 20%. How you get that? You take 200, which is your balance, divided by your credit limit, which is 1,000, and that gives you 0.2, multiply that by 100, 20%. So that's good. 20% is good. The goal is to be under 30%, but the goal is also to be as low as you possibly can get it. But let's use another example and check a different utilization rate. Let's say it's that same card, so you got a $1,000 limit. You charge a lot more, okay? You charge up to $800 on that card. Your utilization rate is now 80%. That's not good. That's 50% over the 30 that's recommended. So to get that rate down, you want to pay your balance down. If that's not an option and you don't have the funds to pay your balance down, try to see if you can get a credit line increase. So increase from that $1,000 maybe up to $1,500, $1,800, $2,000, whatever they're willing to give you. That in itself will also help bring your credit card utilization down. And I don't even know why it's like that, okay? They give us these credit cards, but then they penalize you for using your credit card. It don't make sense to me, but it's all a part of this credit game, okay? So now you know another factor in playing this game. The 5th tip that I have for you today is open new accounts that will be reported to credit bureaus. Okay, so if you need to open new credit for whatever reason, make sure that they are reporting to all 3 of the credit bureaus. By doing so, this can help you in a few different areas. It can help you in reporting positive payments. So you open this new account, you're paying your account on time, you want to get credit for that, okay? That is going to help improve your score. It can also help you with their mix of credit. So mix of credit is another category when they are calculating your credit score. So they want to know that you have a different mix of different types of credit, some installment credit and some revolving credit. And the 3rd thing that it can help you out with is your utilization. We just talked about your credit card utilization rate. If you have more credit available to you in general, that can in itself bring down your credit card utilization rate as long as you're not spending more and increasing your balances. If you want to know how credit scores are broken down in more detail, okay, so each of the different categories, how much is weighted, what they look for, go back and watch part 2 on credit scores, FICO scores. I really break that down for you and really help you understand what to look out for and what can make the biggest impact. And the last tip that I have for you today is to increase the average age of your accounts. So they take all of your accounts, right? And they see how long you've had them open. This includes your oldest account as well as your newest account. And then they average them. So for example, let's say that you have 3 accounts open on your credit report. 1 account you've had open for 5 years, 1 you've had open for 2, and the last account you've had open for a year. To get the average, you would take 5 plus 2 plus 1, so that gives us 8, divided by 3 because you have 3 different accounts, and that gives us 2.67 years on average. You want to increase that number, okay? And it does not happen overnight. It does take time to do this. But the most important thing that I can share with you about this category when calculating your credit score is to never, I said never, ever close out your oldest accounts. So that means the accounts that you've had for the longest amount of time, okay? Try to avoid closing out those accounts. That's going to hurt you. So in this case, remember we had 1 open for 5 years, 2 years, and 1 year. If we close out that account that you've had open for 5 years, that account is gone, okay? That 5 years is now not included in the calculation for your average age of accounts. So now you have a 2-year and a 1-year account open. We take the average of that and it's 1.5 years, okay? So closing out that 5-year account dropped you from 2.67 years to 1.5 years, okay? So try not to close out those oldest accounts, okay? That can really impact you. And I know some of them older accounts, maybe they get on your nerve. They have the worst customer service you've ever seen in your life. Try to suck it up. Try to stick through it. Try to keep your account open with them. And there are some cases where you absolutely have to close those accounts. Just know that it will have an impact. Okay, so those are 6 tips that I have for you today. Now, you might be asking, how long is it actually going to take for me to rebuild my credit score? The answer is it depends. It depends. It depends on what is actually hurting your credit score, so what categories are you struggling with, and it depends on the plans and the steps that you're going to put in place to rebuild it. Again, your FICO score is a big pie, okay? There are several different categories within that pie that make up your credit score. Understanding what each one is, some of them are weighted way higher than the other categories, okay? So those may be the ones that you want to focus on first. Also, it also depends on what you are struggling with personally. Understanding your deficits and how much they're weighted in your FICO score is the first thing that you need to do. If you're making all of your payments late, that is accounting for 35% of your score. Also, the biggest thing that I can say is that you have to be informed. You have to be informed on how credit works. You have to be informed on what's included in your FICO score and how heavily it's weighted. So I encourage you, I really do encourage you to go back and watch the other parts of this credit series if you are serious about improving your credit, building your credit. Go back and watch those. They will be very helpful to you. Many of us don't know these things until after, okay? We don't know about all of this credit information until after we've experienced some negative marks on our reports. The good news, however, girl, there's good news. There's good news is that you can come back from it. You can come back from poor credit. You just have to know what area is hurting you and put together a plan to help you recover from it. It can be done, girl. Don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. I know it can be frustrating. It's not a quick fix, okay? So anyone offering you a quick fix, be leery. But put together a plan. Work your plan, okay? And stick to it. Now, before you go, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Hit that little notification bell so you do not miss any future uploads from me. I do upload new videos every single week pertaining to saving money, making money, or managing your money. That is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you in my next video. Happy saving!